The IKEPOD megapod. I know it's not the same, but just saying iPod megapod kind of reminds me of like the Mork from Ork with the egg pod thing that they used. I know I'm dating myself a little bit there, but cool show back in the day. Big thanks to Tyler over at Exquisite Timepieces. They're authorized dealer for IKEPOD too. Am I even saying that right? I don't know. That's the way it's spelled though, so that's the way I'm going to say it. There's a bunch of really cool, fun variations of this watch. They typically come on this really good silicone, but you can get a bracelet for some of the models. I think the bracelet's an extra $350. And the watches are all kind of in a similar price point. This one, Snapshot in Time, is $1450. This is the M006. Case size, I measure the case width at 45.77 millimeter, so close to 46. The lug to lug, because the lugs are kind of tucked up underneath the UFO case here, is more like 40 millimeter from there to there. But if you look at them, like, I'm not sure how it attaches. I don't want to do a bunch of poking around, so I'm not sure how that comes off exactly, but the thickness is 17.7 millimeter. You can see you have a sapphire crystal applied right to the case, because the case is just like one big solid piece. And then, of course, you have your screwed-in case back with a display showing off the Miyota 9039 automatic movement. This width here on the strap is roughly 24 mil, and it does taper down to roughly 20 millimeter. And then you have a 6 millimeter signed crown. It is not, it's just push-pull. It's not a screw-in crown. It's actually pretty legible. Very minimalist watch in general. Other than the branding at the top of the dial, there's nothing else going on. Just a simple handset that matches the design language of the case. So it's going to be one of those maybe categorized as a wild card, potentially. I don't feel like it's as wild as some watches that I've shown or that are available in this world, but it's definitely maybe a comfortable wild card, if that makes sense. And don't let the 45.77 millimeter case width scare you. I'm going to show you why right now if I can get this thing on my wrist. Is that a little tight? No, that's good. Because the case shape and the way the strap tucks up underneath, it doesn't wear that big. Even the thickness, the 17.7, some of that's the crystal protruding up, but it doesn't wear that big. Like if it, I think they have some 42 mil ones. I might be too small. So something to think about. If you're picking up a watch that has the lugs kind of tucked up underneath it, the Seiko Tuna does that too, and some other models. You want that larger watch. So don't, and I've said this before, don't get hung up on measurements so much. You need to watch videos, mine or whoever's, of the watch, pictures, forums, wherever you can get your information from. See if you can get wrist shots. And of course, the ultimate thing is to go to Exquisite Timepieces and try these watches on. Then you would truly know. But short of doing that, which I highly recommend going to do that, they're in Naples, Florida. It's a beautiful area of Florida. But short of doing that, then yeah, you got to like try to just get as much information as you can. Let's give it a quick blast with the UV light and see what kind of lume this thing has, judging by the reflection off the UV light. I don't think there's much. Yeah, just the hour and minute hand. So yeah, definitely more of a wild card piece. You know, when you've checked all the boxes, you've ran through a bunch of watches, you've gotten experience beyond experience, and you just want something a little different, maybe IKEPOD. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys on the next vid.